Hey guys, it's Fantayzia and welcome to a video that definitely needs to be made, and this topic needs to be talked about. So recently in the Sims 4 community, or just the Sims community in general, there has been a lot of talk about skin tones, and this is not the first time, and of course the last time EA ignored us, and hopefully this time they actually listened to us. So I really wanted to make a video, and it's been amazing seeing other Simmers make videos on this topic. I am so happy people are speaking up about this. I tweeted about it the other day, and I just keep seeing so many tweets about this topic, and I'm trying to retweet a bunch of them just because we need to be heard and EA needs to hear us and needs to give us better skin tones, you guys. There is a major problem with skin tones in The Sims 4. I feel like I could talk about it for so long. I've actually talked about it in the past, how I feel like I never really understood why there's just swatches for skin tones, because skin tones are honestly really important. Like, I mean, yeah, I guess swatches can work for some things, but when it comes to skin tones, I really feel like it should not be done in swatches because there's just too many different skin tones. Even if two people have a similar skin tone, a lot of times there's still differences there. There's undertones and everything like that, and I just feel like you can't always get your right skin tone in The Sims 4, especially with the darker skin tones. They've tried to fix them and clearly it didn't work. Like, we have more skin tones now than we used to, but they're still not great. They can look better if you have like reshade, but it's still not how it should be. And just the swatches to begin with are a problem in my opinion. I feel like there should definitely be a color wheel for skin tones, and I'm not really sure why they went in that route. I just feel like the things that should have a color wheel are just the skin tones, the hair color, and the eye color. But most importantly, skin tones in my opinion. Yes, there's a lot of different hair colors as well, but I just feel like skin tone, if you go into the game and you can't create yourself because they don't have your skin tone, I just feel like that is just sad, and that just needs to be fixed. And that just, like, it doesn't sit well with me, you know? I feel like I'm someone who loves creating different kind of Sims, and I've noticed that sometimes it is difficult. With the darker skin tones, I feel like there's only some I can use because a lot of us have said a lot of the darker skin tones are patchy, they're ashy, they don't look realistic. Like, I have no idea who's making these skin tones, but it's definitely a problem. If you look at them with no reshade, no like lighting mods or anything like that, like, I swear every single one of them, it just comes across as gray. In my game, I do have a reshade that I made that does make things a lot brighter and stuff, so it helps it out a little bit. But even then with the reshade, first of all, you should not need to use reshade or CC to get the skin tone you want or get the skin tones looking correct or anything like that. Second of all, even with reshade, you can still notice some things. There's issues there. And when some people can't get CC, what about the console players? What are they supposed to do? They can't use reshade either. Why do they have to just deal with these preset swatches that they can't customize? They can't get any CC or anything like that. And if they're sitting there trying to make themselves and they can't, I just think that is like super sad to me, and I just think that definitely needs to change. So you guys, use your voices, please speak up, because we want this change in the game. I feel like skin tones right now, in my personal opinion, yes, we all want better babies. Yes, there's so many things we want, but first let's fix the game we have. Like, we need to fix what we currently have in the game. We don't have better babies right now. We don't have all these things that we're wanting. We have skin tones. Let's fix them. Like, they shouldn't be this way. I can't wrap my mind around how they did go in and fix them, but they didn't get fixed. Does that make sense? Like, people obviously wanted it so badly, of course, and you know, the Sims team was like, okay, they need more skin tones, let's give them more and let's fix the ones we have, and it still just failed. It's very confusing for me. We're gonna like run down previous Sims games a little bit because I was looking back at the Sims 3, the way the skin tones work and everything like that, because I really wanted to go back and see all the previous Sims games and see if the Sims 4 is the worst so far when it comes to skin tones. And it's not the worst. However, we're in 2020 now, and even when this game came out, the skin tones should have been done correctly at that point in time, in my opinion. So in The Sims 3, which came out plenty before The Sims 4, tell me how there was a slider. We had a slider. Hopefully I'll have a picture on the screen here to show you guys an example, but we had a freaking slider for the skin tones. You didn't even need custom content. It was just there for you. And that means you could get your exact skin tone because there's a slider going up and down, you know? Maybe the skin tone could be slightly off if you have like an olive undertone or a pink undertone or warm toned, cool toned. Maybe it wouldn't be like exact, but you could get like pretty dang close. You know, it was accurate. So that was amazing with no CC at all. And then they just took this big step back with The Sims 4 and it's like super confusing because in The Sims 2 days, I went back and checked and it was actually not that great. We only had, I think, 4 skin tones, I'm pretty sure, or was it 3? We had 3 or 4. Either way, you could just pick from like a default thing. You couldn't really change anything, but that game came out a long time ago. Like we didn't even have proper body types. You could literally just be thin or overweight in The Sims 2. So I mean, yeah, like that game was just a long time ago. Games didn't really have customization the way they do now. But obviously that was stepped up in The Sims 3. So why was it lowered back down in The Sims 4? It doesn't make any sense. The Sims 1, of course, that was like, yeah, there wasn't really any customization there, but what can you expect? We're way ahead of that time now. This should not be happening. You guys, it just shouldn't be. So I actually pulled up some things on Twitter here. The first one is from Arnie, The Sims Plus. He's actually making the open world mod. Amazing. He's making the game just a better place. And he's trying to make a color wheel. And I'm just blown away. Apparently it's not working right now, but you guys take a look at this. So he says currently trying something with skin tones. I hope it works. For now, not really. I also believe he tweeted something about The Sims 4 Pets that, you know, he realized how in-depth the color wheel was. And what I believe he's trying to do is make it work for the Sims. And if he pulls this off, I will be just in awe. Like, that is amazing. This would give us the ability to make any skin tone we want. The way this color wheel is, you can make any skin tone you want. It's there because, you know, it's all the colors you need, right? Of course, this is the classic color wheel, and then you can raise it up and down. This would be incredible if this worked out. I don't know if it will. It's currently not. And then he does have a second picture here, and he says, ouch, still not working after many hours. I think it's time to stop for today, but I really am close to something. So it's still not working, but apparently he's close to something, which honestly gives me a lot of hope. So as you can see the little icon here for that, but then he does tweet again. He says, not yet. Now my Sims are pitch black and have dog tails. Absolutely not gorgeous. So he's having some difficulties, but you guys, the thing is, he's working hard. He's putting in this effort that EA should be putting in. Why do we have to rely on the CC creators to do this for us? But if he does do this for us, I am going to be so excited and I will definitely be doing a video on it, and that will just be amazing for the community. That will make me so happy. So props to Arnie for trying to do this for us. And then the next step, we have the king or the kig. I don't know. I always say this creator's name wrong. I so apologize. But another amazing creator here. They made this concept and they said, let's make this happen. And they did tag the Sims. So that's amazing. And guys, even if we don't get a color wheel, this is amazing. Like, we just need that slider there. A color wheel obviously would be the ultimate thing, but having this slider like it was in The Sims 3, that would be incredible as well. As long as the tones are right and they do it right, maybe give us like options of multiple sliders, you know, with different undertones. Like maybe there's a slider for cool tone, warm tone, stuff like that. It would be perfect. That's all they need to do. Give us like 4 different sliders with different undertones, and then there you go. There you go. You don't need all these different color you don't need all these different color swatches, because then you run into problems where it's like, well, this skin tone doesn't look right. It's too gray, it's too ashy, whatever the case may be. This way, just give us sliders for warm undertones, cool undertones, olive undertones, pink undertones, you know, just the basic undertones. And just give us sliders for those, 4 or 5 sliders, and you can just slide it from dark to light. It would be perfect. So guys, I want you guys to use your voices. We don't need to, of course, attack the gurus. Definitely, I feel like the creators making videos on this definitely want to just specify that. Do not attack the gurus. I feel like that's not going to get us anywhere. We just need to use our voices, speak up, tweet your tweets, tweet the Sims. Honestly, I'd recommend just adding the Sims. Do like @the Sims on Twitter or Instagram. You can do that as well and just use your voices. If you're someone who feels that you can't create yourself accurately in The Sims 4 without CC, then use your voice. 100% just speak up. And even if you're someone who can create themselves accurately in The Sims 4, you need to speak up because I feel like it's super important. So you guys, hopefully this video helps. Hopefully some sim gurus will see it. I'm not sure. I'm going to be tweeting this video out on Twitter. So hopefully at least one sim guru will see it. Fingers crossed, but I'm gonna wrap this up here, you guys. We actually have to do our notification Fantacorn fam shout out, which has to do with skin tones, and this one goes to Kayla J, and they said, I hope they fix those skin tones that are still broken. I have CC that fixes it, but still. And then they listed a bunch of other things that need to be fixed in The Sims 4, but for this video, we're talking about skin tones, and you are so right. I agree with you. They need to fix them, and we should not need CC to fix them. So you guys, with that being said, I am gonna wrap up this video here. Comment down below, of course, what you think about the skin tone situation. And yes, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. And don't forget to leave some positivity down below. I love you guys also so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.
You gotta listen up, listen up. There's not a thing that I can't get from you. Boy, I don't need that much,